Hello, I'd like to show you my new art that I've created. It's a series of collages, each one featuring a different animal in a kimono against orchid backdrops. So I'd just like to go ahead and show you these one by one, but first let me show you the books that these collage materials came from. The kimonos came from this book, Japanese Kimono, Paper Dolls in Full Color by Minju Sun. It's from 1986, and I used everything except the base models. The other book that the backgrounds came from, all the orchids, is from this book, Orchids by Takashi Kijima, and this book is from 1987. I've also taken a lot of this book apart, but there's still a lot left. The animals came from various National Geographics and other magazines that I just have for collage supplies. So we'll just go through them, and I'll tell you if there's anything special to note. This is a toucan. It is wearing hair. Please note. Next we have a bear. And one of the things that I tried to do is kind of match some of the colors and shapes of each one, the backgrounds, the kimonos, etc. Sometimes it was just like, I thought they just went well together, like this one. This one has, I think that might actually be an extinct lion from a National Geographic. Just a kimono with a lantern, and it has various Paphiopedilum orchids. I have in addition to my signature, I have the name of all the orchids in each photograph written on the back. Salmon. This is a salmon with this elegant dress, and I believe it has a very long, elegant hair. The orchid in the background is Polyriza. Polyriza. I like this one a lot. I think they all came out quite pretty, but that's just my own judgment. This is a duck, a wood duck, I believe specifically, also with hair. And this one I matched because I thought the shade of red and black and white in the duck matched the colors of the kimono, and I thought it matched the sort of like reddish brown color of the background orchids. This is a mountain lion and mountain lion cub. So some of the kimonos had like an adult version and a little version together in one for an adult and a child. So for those I tried to match the species. So this is a mountain lion or puma or cougar adult, and this is a puma kitten. And yes, the mountain lion also has a wig. And the orchids on the back of these, quite unusual. Let's see what they're called. Masdevallia from Colombia. I don't think I've ever seen a Masdevallia. Here's one. This is a seahorse. This is one of two seahorses in the collection. This one, it almost looks like it's like walking up the steps of this orchid. That's kind of how I think about it. It's like, oh, here I go. And it's lifting up the kimono, and it's like, oh, gotta watch my step. These are dendrobiums. These are dendrobium orchids. I actually have some dendrobias, and that one's as beautiful as these. This is another one that I really like. This is an adult cow and a baby cow. It's just really festive. So what does it say in the corner? It says, on these extraordinary and multifarious flowers, dialogue with the creator. So one of the things that's funny about the way this orchids book is set up is that it's sort of split into these sections. And apparently section 8 was going to be on these extraordinary and multifarious flowers, dialogue with the creator. But most of them are actually weirdly talking about the flowers like ladies, like different kinds of ladies. So the very first one, maybe I should have showed you this one first. Let me find it. So chapter 1 in the Orchids book is called Prettiness, Grace, and Propriety, Images of Women. Now this is a book about orchids. But there are these like paragraphs and paragraphs where the author goes into comparing orchids to women, different kinds of women. Oh, this one's like a young girl, fresh and blah blah blah. This one is like a classic lady. So I thought it was funny because I also have kimonos and they also don't have women, like they have animals. So, but they have prettiness, grace, and propriety, I think. They are pretty, they have grace, they are very proprious. So this one has just the house cat. But I think this image certainly embodies prettiness, grace, and propriety. And that's kind of what I was going for. That's the name of the series. We did the cow. I believe these are Oncidium. Let me check. Yes, Oncidium. I like this one because the colors are quite similar, and also like these flowers have kind of like a ruffled look, like kind of a spiky ruffled look that reminds me of the sort of shape of the bird feathers and kind of the sort of angular shape of the bird itself. What kind of orchids are these? Laelia crispa. Oh, and the bird. It's a Hoatzin. This is another house cat. There are 2 house cats in the series. This one's got a little book. And very tall shoes. Look at that. They look fuzzy too. They look padded. The orchids are Arides and Doratus. Not familiar with those varieties. This is the second seahorse. One thing that I liked about one of the reasons why I matched this one with this background is because they both have kind of like long flowy parts. Both the orchid has long flowy parts and the seahorse does. And also these background plants, they look like they almost could be undersea plants, right? Like underwater plants. And so then it's like the seahorse is taking an elegant stroll among, is it among orchids or is it underwater? Or who can say? At least you can imagine what this scene is depicting. Another bird. This is a ruffed grouse. It's on Paphiopedilum orchids. And one of the reasons why I matched this bird to this kimono is because this kimono is holding iris, but they almost look like they could be stalks of wheat. And I thought because little birds like this love to eat, grass seeds, and I just thought it would be so cute if the bird had grasses, but they are actually irises looking at it again. This one's got a really bold black and white look, a lot of contrast. Similar to the contrast on the face of the monkey, right? It's got these like big black and white forms on its face. These are more Paphiopedilums. Yes. And it's a squirrel monkey. I believe this squirrel monkey is serving tea. I think she's got a little tea kettle down here and is holding a tea. So she's like a classy waitress. Another bird. This one, obviously, the dominant theme is yellow and kind of starbursty, or like suns, There's also plants on her, on the kimono bottom itself, and she's carrying a bonsai. There you go. The type of bird is a gray-crowned crane. And it's a Cycnopes. Oh my goodness, some of these names of these Western orchids. I think this is one of the most graceful ones in the whole thing. And this is an elegant elephant in a very long, multi-layered kimono. And she's actually holding another jacket. She's holding a jacket, and the lining of the jacket is like a guy's face. So she's showing off this jacket where the lining has a guy's face. Why? I'm sure there are reasons. But I thought the shape of this and how it's like all white and elegant is kind of like similar to the shape of these orchids. And it's dendrobium. It's actually dendrobium. Those are the orchids. This is a dog, and I think this is some kind of modest outfit. I don't know if it's like an old wedding outfit. Anyway, it's a dog, a very classy veiled dog, and it is against Brassivola, of course. And both of these have kind of like a white, I don't even know how to describe it, but I think the vibe of the visual look of them is similar. This one is another sort of like bold, black and white, contrasty look, and you know, the background is black and white, and you have these sort of dark on white orchids, white on dark orchids. And similarly, if you look at the face of the lemur, it's white and black with, you know, big black around the eyes, and it's really like given that look, you know, like a powerful look full of contrast and punch. And she also has a wig. And there's a little lemur here, baby, that has kind of like a headpiece with flowers in it. They're so cute, of course. Aha, another mountain lion. Also wear a wig. With more Brassivolas. Where is this mountain lion going with her cute little purse and her elegant outfit? Oh, one thing that's really special about this one is that she's got high-heeled, furry Ghetto shoes. Furry. They are furry. So she's just like a really classy lady with really classy, elegant, wavy flowers. Here's another bold yellow design. The heading says, Stem, Leaf, Bud, and Flower. Changes in the Dendrobium. So, these are Dendrobium, and this is a penguin. Fjordland penguin, in case you're wondering about the specific kind of penguin. Snake. She's got a book. She's reading a book. So she's a learned snake on Phalaenopsis. Speaking of kimono. This is the last one. I think this is a seal. And I went for these because there's sort of like that orange and black and white look to it again. And the flower is a Laelia. It is a Laelia. She's also wearing a wig. So there you have it. These are the pieces of the Prettiness, Price, and Propriety Images of Women Collage series. Just released in 2025. They're all for sale. There's an Etsy link, and I will post it in the description. So thank you for joining me on this journey with the animals, the kimonos on their strolls. Maybe they're on strolls amongst giant flowers. Who can say? It leaves it up to the imagination. But I think all of these you would be happy to have on your walls, in your home, in your office, maybe given to someone as a gift. They're on cardboard. Salmon. And we have all different kinds of animals, all different kinds of orchids. Maybe your friend's favorite type of animal is a bear. Maybe you want to send them a bear. This one's probably fun. Alright, thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.